What if I told you that one of the poorest nations in Africa just built something the entire world is talking about? Not a skyscraper, not a power plant, but a super bridge made entirely of bamboo. In a time when most countries chase steel and concrete, Burkina Faso, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has chosen a path rooted in tradition, sustainability, and African pride. This isn't just a bridge, it's a symbol of resistance, innovation, and hope. And the story behind it will change how you see Africa forever. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa, has long battled poverty, colonial scars, and foreign interference. Once known as Upper Volta, its journey from independence to modern times has been anything but easy. In recent years, instability, resource exploitation, and political upheavals have shaken the region. But amid this chaos, one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Africa's youngest leader, rose with a vision not of dependence, but of self-reliance. Traoré's philosophy is simple yet powerful. Africa will rise when it stops copying the West and starts trusting its own roots. So when engineers proposed building a new bridge to connect rural farming villages separated by a wide river, the government faced a choice: import expensive foreign materials or find a local sustainable solution. The answer came from the heart of Africa itself: bamboo. For centuries, bamboo has been part of African culture, used for shelters, furniture, and tools. But no one had ever imagined using it for a large-scale infrastructure project. What happened next would astonish the world and ignite a movement many now call the Green Revolution of Africa. It began in a small village on the outskirts of Bobo Dioulasso, where the muddy Co River had divided communities for decades. During the rainy season, families were trapped on either side. Farmers couldn't reach markets, children missed school, pregnant women couldn't reach hospitals. When the government announced the plan for a new bridge, villagers expected the usual foreign contractors, imported cement, and promises that fade like morning mist. But this time, things were different. One morning, a convoy of local trucks arrived, not carrying concrete, but bundles of freshly harvested bamboo. People gathered in disbelief. Bamboo? For a bridge? An old farmer laughed. It will break in the first storm. But engineers from Ouagadougou Polytechnic University, trained under Traoré's National Innovation Program, stood firm. They explained how treated bamboo can be stronger than steel by weight, flexible, renewable, and capable of withstanding even heavy loads. Local carpenters, blacksmiths, and students joined hands. For weeks, they worked under the scorching African sun, cutting, curing, and shaping each bamboo pole. Women cooked for the workers, children carried water, even soldiers came to help. Soon, a structure began to rise, light, golden, and elegant. Unlike cold metal bridges, this one seemed alive, breathing with nature itself. The turning point came on Inauguration Day. Thousands gathered by the riverbank. Flags waved, drums beat. And when Ibrahim Traoré stepped forward wearing his signature red beret and calm smile, the crowd fell silent. He looked at the bridge, then at the people and said, "This is not just bamboo. This is the strength of our ancestors and the future of our children." With that, he took the first step across the bridge. The crowd erupted in cheers. Women danced. Old men wept. For the first time, two villages separated for generations were united not by foreign aid, but by their own hands. International media soon picked up the story. Headlines read, "Burkina Faso builds Africa's first bamboo super bridge." Scientists from Asia and Europe visited to study the design. And what shocked everyone most, the bridge cost 70% less than a traditional steel structure, yet promised to last over 30 years with minimal maintenance. But beyond engineering, something deeper was built that day: a sense of dignity. In a continent often portrayed as dependent, this humble bamboo bridge became a powerful message. Africa doesn't need to borrow greatness. It can build it from its own soil, with its own hands. The bamboo super bridge of Burkina Faso is more than an engineering success, it's a symbolic turning point for the entire continent. By using local materials and community labor, Traoré's government proved that sustainability isn't a Western luxury, it's an African tradition reborn. The project has already inspired similar initiatives in Ghana, Tanzania, and Rwanda, where local universities are experimenting with bamboo-based housing, irrigation systems, and even wind turbines. Economically, the project reduced costs, created hundreds of rural jobs, and boosted local industries. Environmentally, it cut carbon emissions and prevented deforestation caused by imported timber. But politically, its impact runs even deeper. It represents a quiet rebellion against dependency. In a world where African nations are often told what to build, how to build, and who to pay for it, Burkina Faso's choice sends a clear message. We will build our own future in our own way. This, perhaps, is the true revolution Traore speaks of, not in weapons or speeches, but in the simple act of creation. As the sun sets over the Co River, the golden bamboo bridge glows softly, a symbol of what's possible when vision meets courage. Children now cross it to attend school. Farmers carry their produce across it to new markets. And in the heart of every villager, there's a quiet pride knowing that the world once doubted them, but they built something that will stand for generations. In the years to come, this bridge may weather storms, floods, and time, but its legacy will endure. Because it's not just a path between two banks. It's a bridge between Africa's past and its future. And it all began with a single idea that even a bamboo stick, when held by united hands, can carry the weight of a nation's dreams.